So, I am sucking at the combat in Hogwarts Legacy. I'm getting thrown left and right. I don't know how to cast my spells. My Wingardium Leviosa is Wingardium Levioso, and things are going haywire. So there was only one solution. I needed to come to Hogwarts itself, which is where I am today. So, surprise, I'm actually in Japan at the moment, and where we are right now is Universal Studios Japan in the Hogsmeade area. But don't worry, we're not just going to have a look at Hogsmeade today, although it is very cool. I am going to take you through some of the general areas of the park, as well as Nintendo Land, of course. And I've got an express pass as well. I'm going to give little reviews of the rides I do, just to kind of state whether they're good, whether you need an express pass, and I'm just overall very excited to share this day with you, so let's get into it. So, if you didn't know, Universal Studios Japan is located in Osaka, and is in my opinion the best theme park Japan has on offer, both from the theme of each unique area and the rides themselves. Now, starting off with the first thing on my express pass, we were off to the Jujutsu Kaisen crossover event. We're here at the Jujutsu Kaisen crossover event at Universal Studios Japan. It is a 4D cinema experience. It's all in Japanese, so I'm not going to understand a word that's being spoken, but I'm hoping the story's kind of simple enough I can kind of get what's going on. I'll tell you all about it when I get out, but for now, I'm going to head in. Before we get to my thoughts on the 4D experience itself, after the experience, you do pop out into the JJK store that was selling a range of things that were only available during the crossover event. And it was a nightmare trying to decide what to buy because I wanted so much. Although they didn't have anything for my man Todo, which was really sad because I love him, I did get to pick up a very cool Gojo jacket that was the only item of clothing that fit me, and thankfully was the best item of clothing in my opinion. As for my thoughts on the 4D experience, so the Jujutsu Kaisen experience, it's really, really cool. It goes for about 10-15 minutes, I'd say around there. So I would recommend it if you're here and it's still around. It's only here for like another couple of months though. But basic premise, you and the audience have all been taken captive by some evil dude, and the main gang plus Todo have to all come and like rescue you, and it's a very cool experience. I would recommend it. As for what's next, I'm not going to be filming it, but in case you heard all the screams in the background, my wife's dragging me onto that thing. And I hate roller coasters, so it's going to be fun. Trust me when I tell you, the video does not do this thing justice. It was absolutely terrifying, and if you're interested, look up the Hollywood Dream Ride for USJ, and you'll see what I mean. Before we get to how I felt after the roller coaster, I do want to just take this time to say again how awesome of an experience USJ is in general. You will be assaulted from all ends with awesome things to purchase, and there's almost always crossover events happening. There was a Monster Hunter event running, as well as events for several other anime, including Spy Family, and my wife actually picked up this really cute Anya headband, and there was plenty of other stuff too. The prices are a little inflated, but at least most of the items are actually pretty good. As for my thoughts after the roller coaster... Alright, so, I don't have the equipment to record a roller coaster. But that scared the shit out of me. This is what the seat looks like. You can test it out for comfort reasons. I'm just reliving trauma right now. But yeah, next we're going to Hogwarts. Now, the Hogsmeade area in USJ is absolutely amazing. It really captures the feeling of being in that place, and with the replica of Hogwarts in the background, it is absolutely astounding to see in person. The vibe here is just perfect, and included in my Express Pass were 2 rides in this area. So just as I chill right near Hogwarts, I just want to tell you about 2 things that we've done that I thought were really cool. So we did 2 rides with an Express Pass. We did the Forbidden Journey, which I recommend 100%, whether you have an Express Pass or not. Such a unique experience. It's like a mix of visuals and you're moving around through the ride. It is so cool, like visual effects and things. It's so cool, so unique. We did the Flight of the Hippogriff as well. Only worth it if you've got an Express Pass. It's like 30 seconds, and the wait time here was 120 minutes without one, so I don't think it's worth it. It's not all that exciting. And also, if you go on that one, if you're over 6 foot, you're gonna need to wait longer. Even with the Express Pass, I had to wait an extra 10 or 15 minutes for them to get the right cart, because only the front car on that ride has enough length for someone over 6 foot. So just keep that in mind if you're a bit tall like me. But otherwise, let me show you some B-roll of some of the other things we've been doing in Hogsmeade before we head off to Nintendo Land. Adding to how amazing this area is, the shops are themed after actual shops in Hogsmeade. You can select your $1 vendors, visit Honeydukes, get some butterbeer, and so many other things that really transport you into the Wizarding World and is a must-see for any fan of the series. Now, heading off to Nintendo Land, I'm not gonna lie, this was definitely the thing I was most excited for, and it did not disappoint. To enter it, you go through a green pipe, and it really has the effect of making you feel like you were transported into a Mario game, as when you pop out the other end, the style of the games has been perfectly recreated. Everywhere you look, you feel like it's part of that world, and of course, I had a couple of rides my Express Pass covered. It has been a long day, but finishing it off with Nintendo World, and boy, is it an experience just in and of itself, just being here, let alone the rides. It is so cool. As you can see a little bit behind me, and I'll run some B-roll later. But for the 2 rides I did the Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge and Yoshi's Adventure. Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, worth it whether you've got an Express Pass or not. It's a mix of augmented reality and a ride, so you're looking around and you're using where you're looking to aim, and then you shoot, and then you have to work with your team to steer in the right direction. It's very cool, very unique. And as for the Yoshi's Adventure, Express Pass only, I would say, although the wait times aren't too long. It's just a very chill, relaxed ride. There's no screaming or anything like that. It's just very relaxed. You kind of go around the top of Nintendo World. It's very cool. But Nintendo World in and of itself is worth coming to just to have a look. And well, that's kind of it. The day is over, and it's back to you, Justin, who's editing this in the future. Good luck, buddy. Even with how cool these rides were, just hanging out in this area and exploring every nook and cranny is beyond worth it. Now, I will mention, you do need to make sure that your ticket includes an entry time to Nintendo Land, as you can't just walk into it without one. They do this to prevent the area becoming overcrowded, and considering how crowded it was already, I can't imagine what it'd be like if they didn't do this. So just make sure that you've got that on your ticket. Otherwise, you can take a chance on getting entry on the day without it, but it's good to have the peace of mind. And that's it for USJ. This was absolutely a highlight of my trip to Japan, and I'll actually be putting out a couple more videos, including some of the other things I did while I was in Japan, including a haul of all the collectibles I bought. I've bought so many, I had to get another suitcase, but you'll see what I mean when we do that video. I've also included a few bloopers at the end, so enjoy me being an idiot, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more, but that's all for today. So bye for now. Woohoo! Yippee! The Jujutsu kind. Yeah. Alright, so the blah 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 blah. As I chill right near Hogwarts, I can speak properly. So I'm so scared.